So we're back with another UFC card. This time we're going back to the kingdom. It's not a kingdom, is it? The United Arab Emirates. But still, I was about to say the kingdom of Saudi Arabia because I seen Cedric Dumas versus Turulen, which was obviously meant to be on that card. But we're actually in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. And yeah, it's not a bad card, from top to bottom. There's some good fights on here. Uh, Obviously, we were meant to have Nick Diaz versus Vicente Luque, but obviously travel issues took that fight off the card. But anyway, it's still a pretty good card. So let's start off with the first fight of the night, which is Cedric Dumas versus Dennis Turulen. This is such a fucking what a fucking fight to predict. Dennis Turulen, very underrated in my opinion. I know you'll look at his record 11-9. Like, I know it's not a pretty record, but you gotta look at the guys he's losing to. CLD, not a bad guy. Gregory Rodriguez, very, very good. Jun Yong Park, the Iron Turtle, very good. Beat Jamie Pickett. Lost to Kizraev. Lost to Ikram Aliskirov. Gene Park, 4-0. Ruslan Shambalov. Mubarak. Oh, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that unless he's in the UFC. But you get what I mean. Like, he is fighting high levels of competition. That guy's not 0-11. That's horrible. 7-9. 11-2 though. Good record there. So obviously he's not beating the best guys, but he's also not losing to horrible guys. Well, Cedric Dumas, did lose to Josh Fremd, which is always going to be a bad look. Losing to Josh Fremd is pretty bad. 11-6, and he got dominated in that fight. He had no success in that fight. I know he was high, but that just shows a lack of discipline. Not that, not anything else really. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna. Thing is, I can definitely see Dumas losing, especially after that KO to Ruzabayev. That was a pretty brutal KO loss. He got beat up pretty badly, got his nose broken, and just had his head fucking knocked off the canvas, like bouncing off the canvas. I think I'm gonna take Dumas. I think he can wrestle if he needs to. But I don't know, it's tricky because initially Dennis Turulen does have very good takedown defense. I'm going to take Dumas just because if Dumas does win, I'm going to feel very stupid for picking Turulen. I feel like if Dennis Turulen wins, it's like, okay, wasn't completely expected there. Like, yeah, he had a shot, but it was a long shot. So I'm going to take Cedric Dumas. I'm not very confident and not happy with it, but I do think he will win this fight, unfortunately. Then moving on up, we have Jai Herbert versus Rolando Badoa. Badoa moving down to 155. Coming off a pretty bad loss, all things considered, over Song Kanan. He got beat up really badly, got sort of dominated. I think he may have won the first round, but the last two rounds he just got beat up. Jai Herbert, he's coming off a loss to what's his name? Faresi Zam. That's it. Which was like a pretty bad performance there, wasn't a great fight. Then he did go to a draw with Ludovic Klein, so that is a good win. And the Carl Nelson wins age very well. Obviously, he slept Karma Worthy. But, yeah, I'm going to take Jai Herbert. He's a natural lightweight. I mean, he's massive. He's going to look bigger than Rolando Badoa. But Jai Herbert dropped Ilia Topuria. I know Topuria was a featherweight moving up, but I mean, Topuria is like a generational talent, and Jai Herbert fucking almost had him out of there. So I'm gonna trust in Jai Herbert to get this one done over Badoa. I don't think Badoa's welterweight skill set's gonna really be that good at 155. I think Jai Herbert's the much better fighter. He's obviously the much longer guy as well. It is good that Badoa is gonna be losing the weight, cutting down there, because obviously he did just look like a pudgy welterweight. But I just think Jai Herbert's got him beat everywhere. He is longer. Obviously, he's much taller. I think his reach is... Yeah, he's only got a 2-inch reach, but it's a pretty big deal. Holy shit, he's 36 years old. What the fuck? I didn't realise Jai Herbert was that old, but I'm still going to take him. thought he was a younger guy for some reason. I am going to take Jai Herbert though. I think he will get this one done. And I'm going to go by decision. I think Badoa's got a pretty good chin, so I'm going to take decision. We have Victoria Dudovakova versus Sam Hughes. I'm going to take Victoria Dudovakova. She has looked very good for a women's fighter. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, I just mean like skill-wise she looks good. Sam Hughes isn't very technique-based. She sort of just has that dog in her, but Dudakova looked good against Stella Nunes. I mean, it was a 34-second dislocated elbow, but I think she caused that if I remember correctly. She looked very good against Junyu Frey, which Junyu Frey, 11-9. Not a great record, but she is like a tough veteran women's fighter. I'm gonna trust in Victoria Dudakova here to get this one done. I say by decision. Then we have Guram Kutateladze versus Jordan Vucenic. Vucenic, obviously, if you watch Cage Warriors, you know who Vucenic is. He's a very good fighter, very good grappler. 1-on-1 with Paul Hughes, although I've heard that first Paul Hughes fight was a horrible decision in favour of Jordan Vucenic. Also has a win over Morgan Charrier. I did see MMA Guru say, it's unfair, they're moving him up a weight class to fight Guram, but Jordan Vucenic is a lightweight now. If you look at his record, he's been fighting at lightweight recently. Like this fight was for some reason it was a 159-pound lightweight fight, so catch weight 157. It was featherweight there, but I swear I seen that he was moving up to lightweight, and I know his last fight was a lightweight, so it's not like he's coming in here featherweight sized, and that was a month ago as well. So he's not even a month ago; that was just a couple of weeks. So he's not gonna be out of shape here, but I am gonna take Guram Kutateladze. Good takedown defense, great takedown defense. Stuffed all the takedowns from Gamrot, who's very, very fucking persistent. He's like a fucking fly. He just doesn't fuck off. So I'm gonna take Guram. I think he's gonna win a decision here. I think it's gonna be a hard fought fight, but I just think Guram's striking and takedown defense will get him this victory over Jordan Vucenic. But I think Vucenic can, he can get some stuff done. Maybe he moves back down to featherweight eventually, but yeah, I'm going Guram here to get this one done. Then we have Shamil Gaziev versus Dontel Mays. What a fucking comeback for Dontel Mays. Obviously, just look at this fucking guy. Beats fucking Andrei Arlovski in a fight he was losing, but then he got a comeback KO. It lost to Sakai. He got beaten by Hamdi Abdulawap. And then, obviously lost to Cyril Gane, Nascimento, then lost to Nascimento again. Had a pretty weird fight with Kai Machado, if I remember that correctly. I'm going to go Shamil Gaziev. I know he got beat up by Jairzinho Rosenstruik, but Rosenstruik is just a bit of a different level to a Dontel Mays. And I think Gaziev can get this one done by finish. We have seen Dontel Mays get dropped by Hamdi. I think Gaziev can sort of do the same thing, built sort of similar. So yeah, I'm going to go Shamil Gaziev getting a KO here over Dontel Mays. Then we have Muhammad Yahya versus Caio Fernandez. He didn't look horrible in his debut against, what's the guy I'm thinking of? Mark DeCasey. I don't think he looked too bad in that fight. I know he lost, but it wasn't like a bad fight. He's very flashy. Muhammad Yahya just didn't impress me at all. All the tape I watched, none of it impressed me. It's why I picked Trevor Peek in their fight. I just don't think he is the definition of like, I'm not even being mean, but Muhammad Yahya is sort of the definition of a diversity hire. Like, there's so many guys that he's lost to that probably wouldn't be in better fits in the UFC, but I just don't think they were Middle Eastern. Well, Hassan Talal, but he's 4-3. Like, I just don't think Muhammad Yahya is really that great. He didn't look that good against Trevor Peek either. Even the fights he won, he gassed out a lot in. I'm going to take Fernandez. I think Fernandez is probably going to finish Muhammad Yahya here, so I'm going to go Fernandez. I'd like to see Yahya win. It would be cool to have like a fighter actually straight out of the UAE, but I just don't think he's that good. But I'd love for him to prove me wrong. We need some more Middle Eastern fighters, so, Then we have Alonzo Menifield versus Azamat Murzakanov. Now, I don't particularly like this for Alonzo Menifield. You know, he fought in May, got knocked out cold in the first round by Carlos Ulberg. He's had 3 months, barely 3 months to recover from that. Where it was a brutal KO, 12 seconds, dropped 2 times. I'm going to take Azamat Murzakanov. I think Murzakanov is just very well rounded, very good skill set. He is undersized for a light heavyweight. You know, he's 5'10", 71-inch reach, but just a very, very good fighter. And, you know, he has some wins over heavyweights, some big guys. Oh, shit. You know, on his record. But yeah, I'm going to trust in Azamat Murzakanov to get this one done. I think he's going to be able to time Alonzo Menifield. I think Menifield's chin isn't going to be that... And Menifield's old as well. He's like 36 years old, right? Like, he's almost 37, so he's actually older than Azamat. And Azamat's age is actually a lie. He's younger than he says on his Tapology. I think. Actually, no, maybe he... No, I think actually he is 35. They used to have that he was like 38 at one point. I'm going to take Azamat Murzakanov, though. I think he's going to catch Alonzo Menifield. I think he's going to put him away. And yeah, that's just how I'm going to have it. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but I'm going to say probably first or second. But even if it's a long fight, I still think that favours Azamat Murzakanov. I think he can wrestle. I know Alonzo Menifield's a big, powerful guy, but we have seen him get wrestle fucked by Jimmy Crute before. You know, get taken down. Obviously, the first fight was a draw, then he got a submission, but we did see him get taken down quite a lot against Crute. So I think Azamat's got a good shot here. Then we have Joel Alvarez versus Elvis Brenner. This is a great fight. This is a crazy fight, to be honest. This is a hard one. I'm going to go Joel Alvarez. I know Elvis Brenner's got a pretty big hype train. I like Elvis Brenner. But Joel Alvarez is fucking good. Now, he does give up takedowns really easily. And most of his weird fights are via, you know, using the... Like, you know, most of his wins are via jumping triangles, you know, beating up people on the ground. But on the feet, and I don't think Elvis Brenner's going to wrestle. I could be wrong here. But I think it is a striking fight. I really do favour Joel Alvarez to eventually get Elvis Brenner out of there. We also see Brenner has fucking horrible, horrible weight cuts. You know, his last fight, he fought Mutabek Orobai, or Orobai Mutabek, I forget which way his name is. And, you know, we seen that he had a horrible, horrible weight cut for that fight. And I mean, Joel Alvarez, it's not like he's having a fucking easy weight cut either, but I just think Joel Alvarez, I could just see him putting the pressure on and eventually either getting a finish or just winning a decision. But I think there's going to be a scrap, but I am going to take Joel Alvarez. So yeah, that's my prediction. Then we have Mackenzie Dern versus Lupita Godinez. I'm taking Lupita Godinez. Good hands, good grappling. I think she'll be able to stuff the takedowns from Mackenzie Dern. And I think she'll be able to box Mackenzie Dern up. That's generally just how I see her path to victory. Now, Lupita Godinez does have her moments where she'll just grapple when they're like the finish is right fucking there. Like, there's moments where she's letting the hands go and she like has somebody hurt and then she shoots. Hopefully she keeps a standing approach to this fight, tries to box up Mackenzie Dern. I think that's her path to victory. So I'm going to take Lupita Godinez to get this one done. I think she's going to box up Mackenzie Dern. Oh, Jesus. Bit of technical difficulties there. But I am going to take... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm taking the kick... Hello, okay, yeah. Just making sure my volume was still coming out. Okay, yeah, I'm taking Lupita Godinez, probably by decision. Oh, what the fuck's happening right now? Okay, Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. Holy shit, it's sad that this is this fucking low up the card as well, man. Like, not even the feature fight anymore, Tony. I think this is a pretty easy pick to make. Obviously, Michael Chiesa always has that fucking thing where he does just randomly get subbed by strikers, but Tony Ferguson is barely even a striker or a grappler at this point. He's just a guy. Sad as that sounds to say about Tony. His downfall's been very sad, and outside of him maybe latching up a submission on Michael Chiesa, who just is always there to be subbed. I think Michael Chiesa is going to get a lopsided decision. Probably a 30-26. I think this has got the making to look the exact same as the Beneil Dariush fight. Chiesa's much bigger than Dariush. He's longer. Now, his striking's not that great. He doesn't have, efficient striking by any means. But he's long, and at this point, Tony Ferguson could probably lose a fucking striking match to fucking Michael Chiesa, if we're going to be honest. I hope I'm wrong about that. I would, oh my god, if Michael Chiesa got his first fucking KO in his career against Tony Ferguson on the feet, I would fucking, oh my god, that'd be so depressing. But I'm going to say Chiesa's just sort of going to take him down, wet blanket him for 3 rounds. Tony Ferguson can't really do anything with takedowns now. Once he gets taken down, he's sort of just stuck there. He seems a lot weaker now. He's a much older man. I'm going to take Michael Chiesa, unfortunately. But fucking please, Tony, win this fight. Then we have Marlon Chito Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. Now, I know Marlon Vera is going to be massive in this fight. He's a massive, massive bantamweight. Obviously, Figueiredo, former flyweight champion. I know 5'8" to 5'5", that is pretty big when you think about it. But also, it's just the thickness of this fucking guy. Chito Vera is just a big, big dude. It's crazy that he makes bantamweight sometimes because he is a guy who could comfortably fight at featherweight. But I'm going to take Davison Figueiredo here. I think Marlon being so much taller, his lack of takedown defense. We've seen Marlon Vera just not be able to stuff takedowns from Corey Sandhagen before. We've just seen that his takedown defense isn't all that. And Davison Figueiredo is still very strong at this weight class. He did get down Cody Garbrandt, who's got very great takedown defense. You compare Cody Garbrandt and you compare Marlon Vera's takedown defense. Garbrandt's at the higher end of the takedown defense spectrum. Marlon Vera is like fucking Carlos Condit takedown defense. So I'm gonna say Davison Figueiredo gets him down, and just sort of wins a decision that way. I don't think this is gonna be a great back and forth scrap. I think if Figueiredo's smart, he's just gonna keep taking down Marlon Vera. And also, who knows as well, with the damage Marlon Vera took against Sean O'Malley, who knows what he's going to look like. This is him coming off a fucking career-altering beating. Now, Marlon Vera is very tough. He's still got a granite chin. I don't think Davison Figueiredo is going to go in there and chin him. But Marlon Vera could be even more gun-shy than we've ever seen him. And that is saying a lot, because we have seen him very gun-shy of late. But yeah, I'm taking Davison Figueiredo by decision. Then we have Shara Magomedov, Shara Bullet versus Michelle Olachechik. This is a tough one, to be honest. I might regret this. I'm going Michelle Olachechik. I'm going with the boy. I know he got subbed by Kevin Holland, but he was fucking doing some good work on the feet. He dropped Kevin Holland. They didn't accept it as a knockdown. But he was looking very good. He's got a very good pressure style. He's an underdog as well. Moderate underdog. That surprises me. Shara didn't look that great against Tricoli, in my opinion. Didn't even look that great against Bruno Silva as well. I think Michelle Olachechik, much better boxer, much better hands. Magomedov, much better kicker, obviously. He's got very good kicks, but his boxing is very iffy. I know he got to finish with the hands, but Tricoli's not a striker. He's not very great. I think Michelle Olachechik's going to sort of break him, to be honest. I think he's going to move forward. He's going to throw them big shots. Shara is there to be hit, man. He is definitely there to be hit. I think he's going to win. I don't know why. I think Michelle Olachechik could even fucking wrestle if he wants to. I know Michelle has had problems with his takedowns defense before, but against Caio Borrello, it looked very improved. I know he got subbed immediately by Michel Pereira, but Pereira's just a fucking wrecking ball at middleweight. He's definitely built for that weight class. I know Michelle he does have some losses where you're like, damn, did he really lose that? But I don't know, this just seems like a fight that we should get a Michelle Olachechik upset win. He does seem to do very good against the Dagestani guys as well, if you're going to just look at it this way, he took the O of Shamil Gasinov, he beat Antigulov, then it was just a bunch of Polish guys. But I don't know, we've seen this guy tough it out. We know he can go, he can come back from adversity against Chitin Nchukwi, ate a head kick, was doing good work against Caio. The only fight where he's really been like ran through was the Pereira fight. But like I mentioned before, Pereira at middleweight is just a completely different guy. Kevin Holland, like I say, he was winning that fight until he got caught in that armbar and got his fucking arm dislocated. But obviously not too bad. It's been 2 months and he's fucking back already. So obviously, it wasn't too bad. And he sort of just tried to chat his way through that. I do think the chatting is a good way to victory here against Nurmagomedov. How old is Magomedov actually? I think Michelle is actually a younger guy as well. I think he's got the reach advantage as well, of like 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch. Don't think that's going to factor in too much. Like I say, Nurmagomedov's very, very good kicker. He's got very good kicks. But I do think the boxing here of Michelle and the pressure is going to eventually get to him. So I'm going to take Michelle Olachechik. If I'm wrong, then Nurmagomedov proves me wrong, then yeah, so be it. I don't know, I have a weird feeling we get that Michelle underdog. I'm like a fucking... I'm like a psychic when it comes to Michelle underdog picks. Like, I always pick him when he's like a good underdog. Actually, that's wrong. I did pick him against Michelle. But besides that, I have a pretty good record on picking Michelle Olachechik fights. I did pick Kevin Holland to beat him. I picked him to beat Chitty. I don't know. I feel like maybe I overrate Michelle as well a little bit, but I'm going to take Michelle here. Then we have Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I can't believe this, man, but I'm taking Umar Nurmagomedov. I do think this is just a bad stylistic matchup for Corey Sandhagen. Now, maybe the later this fight goes, I'll be proven wrong here. Maybe Umar just gasses and gets finished. But I do think he can just wrestle Corey Sandhagen the whole fight. I've never rated Corey Sandhagen's takedown defense. I think at one point he had like 20% takedown defense. His takedown defense is not good. I've picked against him a lot in his career just because of his takedown defense or lack thereof takedown defense. And I do think Umar Nurmagomedov can really just like wrestle fuck him here, to be honest with you. Now maybe Corey can land something on him, but I think Umar, if he really wants to, he can just keep that pressure up, keep shooting in, go for takedown after takedown, and I think he can eventually get a decision, maybe even a submission. We have seen Corey get subbed before. But I do just think this stinks of an Umar like fucking 48-47 decision where he maybe banks the first 3 rounds and then has like a rougher last 2 rounds, but it's just a little too late for Corey. That is how I'm going to have it. Who knows, maybe he just goes in there, runs through Corey. But I am going to take Umar. Nothing I see out of Corey Sandhagen's takedown defense is going to lead me to pick him in this fight. I'd love to see it, because I'd love to see Corey Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley, but I do think Umar's going to get this one done. I really do. I know he got dropped in his last fight, but he dominated that fight the whole time. Like, yeah, he got knocked down once, but he still just mauled that fucking guy. And that is a Kazakh guy. Like, Kazakhstan fighters, like guys from the Central Asian region, like they are very good higher level wrestlers. And Umar just fucking went out there and ragdolled him. So I know the level of competition matters, but I'm going to take Umar here. I'm going to feel stupid if we go and watch Corey Sandhagen just get mauled for 5 rounds or whatever it is. I'd feel stupid not picking Umar when I know that there is some deficiencies in Corey Sandhagen's takedown defense. So yeah, I'm going Umar Nurmagomedov to get this one done. And yeah, those are my picks. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Let me know who you guys are rocking with. You going Corey Sandhagen or Umar Nurmagomedov? And you guys go on Sean Magomedov or Michelle Olachechik. But yeah, those are my picks. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already, subscribe, like, share the video. And yeah, help me out any way possible. But yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.